cards. We have the Magical Dimensions Oracle. It's got galactic cards, Fey cards, elemental, and angelic. And then there's also some bonus 7 chakra cards. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready, because we are going to clear out and open our root chakra. Got the root chakra bowl. The 10th pearlescent ray of the light body. This ray is a combination of a pearlescent white and soft rose light. It encodes patterns of divinity into the physical body, creating deeper soul integration and expansion of light into the light body. Your light body contains structures of higher dimensional light that is a vehicle for consciousness. The 10th ray awakens dormant DNA, multidimensional memories, and access to understanding your true divinity. If you guys would like to repeat that with me, feel free. I'm going to go over that affirmation one more time for the pearlescent ray. I am meditation, contemplation, prayer, and peace. I am love and light of your will aligning with divine will, in service to source, humanity, and Gaia, as we collectively shift into a state of unity, oneness, and co-creation with love. This ray correlates to your divine creativity chakra, which harmonizes your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So the chief ascended masters overseeing the 10th divine ray are Lady Karashu and her twin flame Ala Gobi. They bring us the spirit of peace in order for us to create stillness, to hear our higher wisdom. Lady Karushu introduced the idea of Shambhala in India long ago.
Wisdom and insight into the human experience. As the scribe of the Book of Life, Metatron holds an important task of recording every choice made in heaven and on earth, making him the ultimate guide to accessing the spiritual power within ourselves. His mystical light cube, known as the Merkaba or Metatron's cube,
So pearls are believed to have several healing properties. Pearls are known for emotional healing. For the heart chakra, can help release negative emotions like anger and sadness. They've even made video games and movies based off of Andromeda, such as Mass Effect. Not sure if you Andromedan Council, the Tri-Matrix of Crystal Star. Many of the Crystal Guardians affiliated with the Andromedan Councils and the Tri-Matrix of Crystal Star were not experienced as strategic war generals with advanced training in AI-based targeting technologies. Grand Rising, Grand Day. Welcome to another episode of Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I am your host, Marcus ChristoLight, founder of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, multifaceted Reiki practitioner, certified crystal healer, meditation guide for 11 plus years, and along with that, Akashic Record, Starseed guide, and also intuitive life guidance coach as well. If you guys are ever interested in any of my one-on-one healing services regarding Starseed, Akashic meditations, custom guided meditations, Reiki sessions online or in person, as well as shadow work, subconscious reprogramming, inner child healing, and oracle readings. These are all available to you guys if you just visit the link down below in the ticker and in the description, listen.to/sacredlight33. Along with that, you guys can see the retreats that I have available, and I have quite a few still available for this year, including a October Peruvian shamanic healing retreat with a Peruvian shaman live music, homemade cooked food, and camping. Along with that, coming up next month, September 13 and 14, we have a 2-day drum medicine retreat taking place out by Hocking Hills, Ohio, in the Zaleski State Forest. And then we have Soul Fam Thanksgiving in November 11/22 in Ohio. And then we have New Year's from the 31st to the 2nd. I'll be hosting a 3-day retreat. And this is a conscious, holistic, no alcohol, no drugs, 420 only New Year's retreat. Gonna be awesome. We got live music, Shay Brown, Amber Echo, Evan Sturge, and a lot more to come.
Why do so many seekers say their lives changed after one weekend in nature? Could a drum beat really open your heart? Come find out at Soul Family Rising. On September 13th and 14th, journey with us to Lake Hope in the heart of Zaleski State Forest, Ohio, for a 2-night elemental drum medicine retreat like no other. Surrounded by ancient trees and fresh air, you'll step into a true soul family, where connection, healing, and laughter are all part of the rhythm. Our flow shops are led by an incredible team. Christina Cheyenne of Sacred Vibrations, Victoria Ann Ilg, Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, and Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light. They'll guide you in elemental practices that bring balance and clarity, tapping into earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. Plus, don't miss our special guest, Chuck Wilson of Walkin' Drums, a master shamanic drum maker whose drum flow shop is truly unforgettable. Whether you're new to drumming or a seasoned spirit traveler, you'll feel the power of rhythm to awaken and heal. All meals, blessed with love and gratitude by Grandmother Katie Singing Eagle, are included, with vegetarian options so everyone feels nourished. Bring your kids, your parents, your friends. This retreat is truly family-friendly, with ages 8 and under free, 9 to 16 just $20, and adults only $55 for the whole weekend. Camping, meals, flow shops, all covered. Just bring yourself, an open heart, and a sense of wonder. Space is limited, so register now by scanning the QR code or visiting the link on our flyer. Questions? Text Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580. This September, let's rise together. Your soul family is waiting.
All right. So, who has long dreads? Shoo. September 13 and 14, we have the 2-day drum medicine retreat coming up by Hocking Hills, Ohio. Only $55. All your meals are provided. Kid-friendly, no alcohol, camping, workshops, and good time with conscious community. So let's go ahead and dive into our self-scan, self-check-in for today. And for the self-scan, self-check-in, what I do is I guide us with the breath into going within ourselves. You can close your eyes for the practice, of course. And as I guide us with the breath, we just go through and observe our mental, and then we observe our emotional, and then we observe our physical states of being. And as we observe, we use the breath to help alleviate, to open, to clear, to bring restoration to each section as we go through it. So we'll begin with focusing on the mind. I'll kind of go through and give us reminders of, are we having mental limitations? Are we having attachments? Are we having different things going on within the mind? Then I'll give us a moment and we'll breathe into our mind. And then we'll do the same for the emotions, and then the same for the physical body. So if you're new to these spaces, thank you and welcome. Please like, share, subscribe to keep up with more content and to be able to browse not only my content, but what we have streaming internationally around the world as well. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. You can sit, lay. If you're active and standing, that's okay as well. Remember, it starts in the mind. Just allow yourself to be receptive to the energy and know that you are flowing and you are in tune with this energy. So I'll go ahead and give you 44 seconds to get ready and we'll get started. All right. So getting comfortable, relaxing our shoulders down to the side, relaxing our toes and our fingers, and relaxing our jaw. Hydration check for everybody. Drink that clean water. And as we begin, you may now close your eyes. Begin to focus on the breath, breathing in through the nose, drawing the breath all the way through the body, and exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, draw the breath down the throat and down the body to the earth, and exhale. Breathing in, continuing to focus on this deep breath pattern, breathing all the way through the body before I exhale. Breathing as we now begin to observe our mental field. And as we begin to observe the mind, we now begin to observe if we are having any looping, negative thought forms that are self-sabotaging, degrading, critical, and uprooting. Is anything bringing negative thought forms in the background of our everyday life? Even when we are creating, we are performing, we are being a mother or father or a human being in life. If so, may we breathe unconditional love to these aspects of our shadow so that it may be brought to light and softened by the reality of unconditional love, breathing into the mind. Now, as we continue to observe the mind, do we have any fears about the future? Are we trying to escape from our past? Are we feeling like we are attached mentally to memories and people, places, and things that are no longer serving? Breathing into the mind. Feeling the mind becoming more clear, more neutral, and more connected to divine wisdom. Now, as we continue, we now drop our focus into feeling into our emotional body as we now begin to observe and breathe into our emotional field. As we observe our emotions, do we feel like we are rigid, that we are tense, that we are clogged and stagnant due to the density of emotions being held onto within our energy field? Do we feel that we are having a hard time sparking our creativity, sparking our passion for life, or feeling the bliss of being alive and existing as a divine being of the I Am? If so, may we breathe and allow this to clear, to release, and for our emotions to become more fluid. Breathing into our emotions, releasing and letting go of any pain, any anger, any resentment. And as we breathe, we balance our emotions into our heart center. Cutting any cords and releasing any attachments in our emotional field. Breathing into the body. As we continue, we make our way, now focusing on our physical body, beginning to guide the breath through the body, breathing into any of our physical ailments, any cancerous cells, any toxins or pollution in our body. We are clearing and alleviating with our breath, breathing into our cells, helping recharge, bring oxygen to the body, breathing into our bones, our blood, tissues, muscles, ligaments, moving them as we need. And as we breathe, we dial in and take a listen to any messages that our body has through its intelligence system. Stillness, observing, and listening. All right. Let's go ahead and begin to make your way back to this room, back to this episode. Check in with how you feel in this moment. You feel lighter, more connected. Ooh. Nice little release. All right. So thank you for joining me for that self-scan and self-check in. And there we go. So we're going to continue on in our series here of the divine rays of light. And we're going to go ahead and make our way to the 11th ray. The 11th ray.
Experience the pink-orange ray. Divine light awaits. Everyone's talking about chakras and auras, but have you heard about the 11th ray? The pink-orange ray is like a cosmic secret few people know. Get ready to have your mind lit up. Get ready to have your energy lit up. The 11th ray is all about blending compassion. The 11th ray is all about blending creativity. Pink for unconditional love, orange for vibrant inspiration. When these energies combine, you get a powerful current that awakens your heart. When these energies combine, you get a powerful current that awakens your mind. Some believe meditating with this ray can dissolve old wounds. Some believe meditating with this ray can open you up to new possibilities. Imagine a gentle sunrise inside your spirit, warm and healing. Start by visualizing that beautiful pink-orange light filling your chest. Ready to let it in?
All right. So let's go ahead and dive in and allow in this 11th pink-orange ray of illuminated truth. All right. Let's get into it. Feel free to drop comments and share throughout the episode. I always love your feedback and to interact with you guys. All right, so the 11th ray, the pink-orange ray of illuminated truth. This ray is a ray of divine love. Its orange-pink luminosity radiates the qualities of compassion, mercy, balance, love for all, honesty, fulfillment, empowerment, inner peace, joy of life, enthusiasm, illumination, divine purpose, and selfless service. It contains a high quotient of source light and connects to the illuminated truth through expressing the heart, divine love. It is the combination of the third pink ray of love that embodies compassion, comfort, and love with the qualities of orange light, joy, creativity, recreation, and celebration. It helps to activate the pattern of divinity encoded within the body that reflects our soul purpose. Your life mission is service to humanity and higher potential. It helps you to integrate with your higher divine self, as well as merge your masculine and feminine qualities into inner harmony. This ray supports the surrender of our highest potential. The ego and the heart unite to resonate joy and divine love. This ray helps us release limiting beliefs and expand our higher self. It supports us in making new choices from a more joyful outlook and a view of life holding higher meaning. This ray helps us recognize and manifest our soul plan, take pleasure in a new project, live in the higher vibration of the heart, and joy, which helps to release depression, anger, and sadness. Creates harmony, merging heaven to earth and the ego to the heart and the masculine to the feminine. contains the vision of peace, love, and respect for all beings. Knows that loving thoughts, words, and feelings bring a change to the collective field. It honors your inner wisdom and sense of knowing. As with the 10th ray, the ray of the light body, this ray continues to assist our soul discovery and integration. This ray completes the soul merge process. It promotes an understanding that everything in the universe is a manifestation of love. All the precious rays are integrated to aid in understanding and acceptance and mastery. This ray helps one to be in touch with divine love, which is wisdom, and further sustains higher consciousness as veils of illusions are lifted and hidden knowledge is revealed and integrated. You learn more about yourself. It connects the solar plexus to the heart chakra, bridging the center of power and ego with the power of the heart. It supports the ability to get in touch with an individual's divine love by removing all present and past life trauma stored in the solar plexus. And it moves you to higher levels of actualizing the light body by being a bridge from the old world to the new. Visualize taking the essence of the pink and orange ray and breathe it deeply within you. Allow it to expand within your solar plexus and feel it connect to your heart chakra to awaken, transform, and enlighten all aspects of your lower self, to accept the higher self's role within the physical structure. In this way, you can act more fully from your higher self, and your actions follow the path of divine love. That's so beautiful. And I actually did the solar plexus for the chakra singing bowl a moment ago. So I feel the 11th ray, just like the 10th ray of the light body, also works with our higher spiritual chakra, the divine creativity chakra, which harmonizes your masculine and feminine and helps awaken your skills and wisdom from lifetimes. And it integrates them into your whole self to assist your expansion into higher dimensional states and well-being. Within the chakra, you can really feel the higher emotional comfort and nurturing presence of divine love. This ray also aids in healing and regeneration, and it adds a new level of vitality and good health. Divine love heals and strengthens your understanding that all is love. The power of the heart is magical, a powerful force of healing, and this ray helps us to unlock more of our heart's power. Hydration check. This ray is a bridge to the new awareness found in the next level for humanity and Earth. A bridge conveys you from where you are to where you want to be. This is a bridge to the new Earth of the Golden Age. We access higher skills as we raise in vibration, and then use these advanced skills to create and manifest a new Earth. By becoming more of our higher self, we can better anchor peace, move into balance and harmony, and be healed with unconditional love. We receive an expanded awareness of who we really are, of our divine self, and acceptance of that higher potential. We make the necessary changes within ourselves that will create the new Earth. We are expanding beyond the box of limitations that had restricted us in the old paradigm from prior experiences and past incarnations. We can then think outside the box, quote unquote, with our higher consciousness and ability to invocate and create solutions to our current dire situation. The rewards of remembering your true self will be well worth the temporary discomfort you may feel by releasing the parts of your past. Although they may seem comforting, they may also be holding you back from remembering your inner higher wisdom. This ray radiates the energies of the goddess of divine feminine energy, so needed currently to merge with the divine masculine, bringing us into harmony and balance. Divine feminine energy qualities of receiving higher light, intuition, compassion, nurturing, and being a stable center of peace during active transformation, all assisting in our manifestation of the new earth. Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, guides this ray, along with Lord Maitreya, Archangels Metatron and Sophia, Shamuel and Charity, and Archangel Perpetual. All right. So before we even go into any of these guides and ascended masters, we're going to take a moment just to digest what we just went through with the 11th ray. If you guys have any comments so far, or anything to add or reflect upon, questions about this 11th pink and orange ray, feel free to drop it. One thing I found pretty fascinating about this was the conversation about the bridging of basically our solar plexus and our heart. And I find that so beautiful and fascinating to learn about, because when you learn about the solar plexus, you learn that, actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull a picture up for you guys. Grand Rising Casey, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody else. So I'm just going to pull up an image real quick for us. And this image is going to be of our chakras and just how they're aligned. And I'm just going to explain real briefly to you guys what it means, basically. Okay. All right. So as you guys can see in this diagram here, we have the 7 chakras very clearly laid out for us. And the solar plexus is going to be that yellow energy center, that third one up from the bottom. And then the one above that in the green is the heart chakra. So as you can see from the diagram, you can see that there are basically these 2 lines of energy being drawn that are weaving upwards up the chakra system. Then if you look over to the left of the middle image, you can see a side view of how the prana, or how our vital energy, flows through our energy centers up our spine. So when you think about the basis of what the chakras are, the root chakra at the bottom, the red one, that is our survival, that is our foundation. That is where our kundalini, or our vital life force, is stored and coiled, and where it picks up the energy from the earth. So then when we begin to activate our chakras and balance them, that chi, or that prana, begins to travel up to the sacral. The sacral is the orange one, number 2, going upwards. The sacral, this is where you begin to feel emotions. This is where you begin to have senses, and this is where you can start to develop relationships with the world. This is also where your creative energy, as well as your passionate spark for sensual life and sexual energy, begins to take place. So then it makes its way up to the yellow solar plexus. And the solar plexus is where we now have, confidence. It's where we begin to feel self-esteem. It's where we begin to have an image of ourselves and the way that we relate to others. This is also where we're able to take action, to make change, and to access our inner strength and self-control. So with that being said, you can see over to the left, It says physical body at number 3, the solar plexus, the Manipura. And there's a dotted line above that. So your lower 3 chakras are basically your physical chakras. They connect you to your physical world. They are basically your animalistic energies. They're unconscious energies as well. It's just pure energies without higher intelligence guiding it. So when it comes to the heart, this is where you begin to feel your emotional body. So you're no longer just in physical animalistic nature. You're now sensing and feeling compassion for others. You're feeling what it means to forgive. You're feeling what it means to have empathy. And you're feeling the unconditional love of being both a higher and a lower being, and seeing that in others. So that's why it's key, and that's why we have these different guides and reminders of how to master the bridging of the solar plexus and the heart chakra. Because if we activate our energy from the root, sacral, and then get it up to the solar plexus, but then we don't allow that energy to make its way and travel up the heart center, and then from the heart center upwards to the higher realms, then what happens is we act impulsively. And this is what being impulsive basically means in metaphysics, is that we're not allowing our energy to be brought to our higher intelligence, into conscious reflection, before we project it, before we utilize it, before we take action. So what can happen is, due to not allowing ourselves to activate our heart, or to allow our energy to be met with our heart, we can then just unconsciously spill our energy onto people. Because we feel an intensity, we feel that impulse, we feel that urge. But what happens is it's an unconscious urge. There's no conscious intelligence to what we're doing with that energy. So this is where this connection comes in that we're talking about here today, is that connection with the solar plexus and the heart, so that we're not just using our animalistic vital energy unconsciously upon others and ourselves, but we are meeting it with the heart and feeling, is this respectful? Would this be hurtful? Would this damage somebody if I did this? Or I don't know if I feel like, this would be the best thing to do for everybody, because of the way it can make someone feel. That's where we begin to contemplate with the heart after we raise up our prana, or our energy, through our solar plexus. So I just wanted to share that and kind of give that visual to show you guys what it means metaphysically with that bridge connection of the solar plexus and heart. All right, so we're going to continue. And we're going to talk about the Holy Mother, Sophia. Because Sophia was brought up with this ray of light. So I figured, why not talk a little bit about the Holy Mother, Sophia? So the Holy Mother, Sophia, the monumentous planetary initiation and personal transmogrification is occurring now, the return of the Holy Mother Sophia, through her emanation as the divine solar feminine Christo Sophia, within the cathedral activation in the ether ritual that has taken place in Roslyn Chapel, Chartres Cathedral, and Lincoln Cathedral. She has risen. As she transmits her divine fire water through sacred sound plasmas of the Trine Unifiers from the Olipheus constellation, she ignites the fifth element in the ritual of Aether to bestow her blessings, the Ozavian, Sapphire, Crystalla Sophia crown. Love your Holy Mother Sophia with all of your crystal rose heart, and from within the inner sanctum of the heart of your heart, the kingdom of God will reveal, and Christo Sophia's holiest of holies and the eternal animating spirit will become known to you. Missing Universal Mother Principle. To even begin to understand the vast history, we must first awaken to remember the authentic cosmic and Universal Mother Principle was missing in this reality until we very recently, when the first stage of her return was secured through the 13th pillar of Mother Ark and the tri-waves of aquiline suns. They were woven into the crystal cores of Earth, Terra, Gaia. Holy Mother Sophia and the solar Christ Marys are not sourced from the lunar consciousness of the Dark Mother, that which functions as the spiritual imposter of the organic female principle. Solar Christ Marys are the pure Sophianic diamond heart principle of solar dragon wisdom, along with the sacred purity of the universal Rosetta breath. As the Sophianic eye of the Godheads, loving flows of the consecrated rose breath, and living holy spirits that connect the eternal cosmic spirit suns into our time matrix. Knowing our true divine Holy Mother. As a result, spiritual initiates around the globe are being pushed incredibly hard to surrender and to let go of their previous stations of identity aspects that are controlled by the fear and the trauma recorded in the negative ego layers. Through the lens of the final conflict of global spiritual warfare, each of us might find our way to shed the dead skin along with all the obstacles, patterns, habits, beliefs, and reinforcements that were connected to the 3D controlled narrative. There is no going back to what was in order to escape the truth. For those unaware that the outer events are reflections of personal spiritual lessons, this is the time of the dark night of the soul, in which our heart must deeply cry out for help and forge a direct connection with God. We must now know that God is a loving force that exists within us. Nothing outside can save us from the painful truth found in perpetuating self-deceptions. Instead, we must turn within to look at the inner contents and pray with great fervor to cross the Luciferian abyss, so we can leap into the unlimited and abiding love of our divine Holy Mother's arm. Wow. Oh, it talks about the triple solar goddess formation. The Crystalla Sophianic sonic pillars are related to the resurrection of the triple solar goddess, principled by the cosmic Christos solar dragons. This specifically overrides the use of Sophianic parts from being utilized in satanic versions using SRA with the Dark Queen Mother, Mahik reversal, female archetypal forces. The correction of sound bodies relates to overriding the female archetypal stages using satanic rituals, which hijack the solar feminine Christ consciousness and require the Black Queen Mother to oversee blood sacrifices of children and the ritualistic roles of Virgin Maiden to crone. Last part. Warfare to reclaim Solar Christ Mary. Since last year, many grid wars and off-planet spiritual warfare events ensued as a result of reclaiming her massive spiritual body parts that are connected to the Solar Mary's Tiamat histories, and the reclamation and reunion of the cosmic dragon parts. There has been ongoing dismantling of the anti-hierogamic alien machinery that was used to pervert, invert, and clone her sacred image. Energy signature and Holy Spirit for assorted satanic agendas as the alien-generated Dark Mother. The reanimation of the triple solar goddess in her Solar Christ Mary form has been actively involved in the sequential activation of many Gothic cathedral across the globe that were originally built on dragon nodes in her name and Mary Magdalene, Sophia lineage. Beautiful, man. I love talking about the Sophia, Mary Magdalene, the Christos. If you guys have watched or listened to, read the Sophia Code, Sophia Code's a very good book. All right. So now let's talk about some guides, some ascended masters, some archangels, and other beautiful guides that we can connect with when it comes to this 11th ray, pink orange. And again, if you guys have any comments, any questions, feel free to drop them. So we'll go ahead and dive into our first.
Hi guys, it's Ophelia Zakal here today with Maitreya. We are wanting to share a spiritual snack on our perspective of Lord Maitreya. So we are teachers of universal consciousness, we're spiritual life coaches, intuitive empaths, and we're really here to assist starseeds, light workers, high density beings, really to make the shift, to really remember to very deep levels. That's what we love to do. That's what we chose to do when we came here, and we love doing it together.
And if you haven't seen any of these spiritual snacks before, we've been guided to share them so you can start to recognize the energetic signatures of some of the archangels, ascended masters, and emissaries from other realms. Why? Because they work with you all the time. Different ones will, and you can start to, really feel, oh, I recognize that energy. I did not know it was Maitreya, or I did not know it was Raphael, or I did not know it was Michael or Mary, etc. So, or the Arcturians. So that's really what the core of this is about. And today, it's all about Ascended Master Maitreya, Lord Maitreya. And one of the things we can share as well is one of our original spiritual teachers, she mentioned to me that Maitreya is very closely connected to my soul lineage as well, and so he's very closely connected to us. He's a very large ascended master energetically. He oversees large things. He's very connected to the ascension of Gaia. He's very connected to the ascension of humanity. He works with a lot of the high frequency energies, the golds and the platinums and those type of energies. He's very, very wise, very highly skilled in energy management, works often as well with things like protection, energetic clearing, multi-dimensional protection and clearing as well, and really with keeping things aligned with how they are according to free will and galactic law and all those type of things. So, the energetic frequency that you will be feeling now, because he is with us, he is with you right now, and that energy is the powerful energy that he brings. He is one of the ascended masters that is said to hold or have held, when he was in his incarnation or one of his incarnations on earth, so much love and light, one of the most ever, super amount of light quotient and love quotient that he held within his physical form. And so he is very powerful and beautiful to connect with if you need assistance to move you through transitions in your mission.
Yes, and in your ascension and
Yes.
the initiations of a spiritual being here, the initiations and steps moving forward, moving up, rising up, etc. So, you know, on our ascension councils, everyone has at least 12 ascended masters that work
And our archangels.
and our archangels. Yes, same sort of. I see them similarly.
Yeah.
And so they really sometimes 3 or more step forward to be your main support, your main inspiration, guides for different initiations that you're moving through. And so sometimes you will, if Maitreya is on your ascension council, you will feel the bigness of it. It's spacious. It's spacious with a certain frequency of power, of just peaceful, deep knowing power.
Yes, beautiful.
Just really, so being able to hold the high frequency and grounding it. And that's what Ascension is all about. And so that's his gift to all of us here on earth. And so when you want to raise in your Ascension consciousness, when you want to move through an initiation, call on Maitreya. He's with you now. You know, he is available for you to call on him to assist you to just make the click throughs.
Absolutely.
To assist you with maybe a little bit of spiritual discipline, with a little bit of extra willingness, with a little bit of you know, the old-fashioned sort of just getting the job done,
guidance,
but with peaceful power.
Yeah. And what he would like to offer for you today, if you care to accept, is a special structure. I'm not sure if that's called a tetrahedron. I think it is, but it's a 4-sided pyramid, 1 up, 1 down. Is that the tetrahedron?
Yeah, that's a tetrahedron.
And it's very small. It's pure gold for in your heart energetically, and it'll help with your mission and your empowerment in your mission. So if you would care to accept, you simply acknowledge to him inside yourself or with your intuition or with a yes, and then he will assist you and place that in your heart chakra. So a very small pure gold liquid light tetrahedron he can place in your heart to help you with your mission and your empowerment in your mission.
So, you know, when you get off, just really take a moment to take that in if you would like to sit with it. Sometimes when the masters are with you, the archangels or the ascended masters, you might have this wave of energy of, it seems like you've just been hit with a wave of tiredness, but what it can be is them saying, okay, be still, lie down, sit down and receive. And you could just be wiped out for 20 minutes, half an hour, and just receive and integrate. And that might happen with you right now. I feel that he's going to be doing a lot of work with people. So just allow that to process through and to integrate. And often afterwards you just feel amazing. So it's not like you're going to be tired afterwards or anything like that. So enjoy the
this
emergence
connection
of that energy. It's very, very powerful,
and
very
again,
yummy.
learn to really feel, recognize, and know his energetic signature. So when you call on him or when he's around you, you will know it is him. All right, many blessings, guys. We look forward to seeing you next time again. Like and subscribe. And until the next time.
Lots of love.
Lots of love. Thank you.
All right. Pretty cool stuff, eh? So that is Archangel, or actually I should say Ascended Master Lord Maitreya. He is the Lord of Love. He's a pioneer of the Golden Age. He is the era of golden peace, friendliness, abundance, awakening, connection to the higher dimensions. divine joy, enthusiasm, bliss, and unity. He embodied upon Earth millions of years ago as a volunteer from the planet Venus, responding to Sanat Kumara's pledge to raise our planet's humanity up out of the degenerate state to which it had descended. He is a high-ranking member of the Ascended Masters of the Ancient Wisdom and the Planetary Buddha, working with Gautama Buddha, which is an Ascended Master of the 10th Ray from the last episode. Lord Maitreya demonstrates the cosmic consciousness of the Christ to the evolving humanity on Earth. Christ consciousness is a state of consciousness and awareness that we are in unity with God, the divine. He was initiator of Jesus and guided him during the incarnation on Earth. He was also once embodied on Earth as Melchizedek. His etheric retreat is in the Himalayan mountains. Wow, how cool is that? Like, what? Who would have thought we would be finding that out today? That Lord Maitreya is the one that was a initiator of Jesus and guided him during his incarnation on Earth. I mean, what? We would have never found that out from a standard text. How fascinating is that? And then the Himalayan mountains is where his energetic or metaphysical retreat space is. So a lot of these Ascended Masters, they have these etheric or energetic vortexes around the world that are basically their energetic retreat spaces. All right, so now we're gonna go on to the next one.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Ascended Masters 101. I am Gwendolyn, a student of the Ascended Masters teachings, and today's episode opens the door to the radiant, heart-healing presence of Archangel Chamuel and his twin flame, Archei Charity. If you have ever longed to just deepen your connection to love, not just romantic love, but the divine love that really heals and harmonizes and empowers you on your spiritual path, then this is a message that your soul may have been waiting for. Archangel Chamuel is known as the Archangel of the Third Ray, the pink ray of divine love, and his name means he who seeks God. He serves alongside his beloved twin flame, Archei Charity, in a great office of divine adoration and compassion. According to the Ascended Masters and their retreats, Chamuel and Charity are Archangel and Archei of the Third Ray of divine love, and they maintain an etheric retreat over St. Louis, Missouri, called the Temple of the Crystal Pink Flame. From their retreat, they radiate love into the world, and their work forms an arc of divine energy connecting with the retreat of the Elohim of the Third Ray, Eros and Amora, whose temple is over Lake Winnipeg in Manitoba. So this beautiful arc anchors divine love across the heart of North America. Isn't that amazing? So the pink ray is the ray of adoration, compassion, and creative love. And Chamuel and Charity specialize in magnifying that flame within our own hearts. In Masters in the Retreats, it tells us that they expand the flame of adoration and divine love in the hearts of men and elementals. They carry the feelings of comfort and compassion and loving kindness for all of us. They are also known to appear to people in many different forms. So sometimes they come in this delicate pink chiffon, the colors of rose and of the ruby ray, or in battle array when they need to rescue souls. Isn't that just amazing? Even in their cosmic might, they come in beauty, in gentleness, in promise, depending on what is needed of them. One of their most beautiful roles is to help us heal our emotional bodies, uplift our auras, and prepare our temples for the descent of the Holy Spirit. As the Masters in the Retreats explains, quote, they teach you how to intensify the flame of love in your heart and to prepare for the descent of the Holy Spirit into your temple, end quote. Their instruction is also really, really practical. They teach us to replace our sense of injustice with a supreme trust in the ultimate resolution of divine love. And I feel like we all need to be reminded of that so much. One of my favorite quotes from Chamuel and Charity is actually from Masters in the Retreats. They say, quote, "If you will invite us, we will come home with you. We will help you with difficult family situations, even help you find a job or a parking place," end quote. And I just really love that. It's just a perfect picture of how accessible and tender their love really is. They're just right there with us. And did you know that Chamuel was also involved in a pivotal event in history? It was this archangel who released the edict that confounded the tongues of the fallen ones at the Tower of Babel. So he literally used the pink flame to protect mankind from misusing the sacred science of the word. That was Chamuel who did that, who confounded their tongues and made them not be able to speak with one another. That's how powerful the pink flame is. Now, how can we work with Chamuel and Charity in our daily life? One of the most beautiful ways is by invoking the pink flame through decrees. So here's a simple beginning, just a prayer that you can say. Beloved Chamuel and Charity, charge me with your flame of adoration. Help me to love as God loves. Intensify the pink flame in my aura and bless all my relationships with harmony and divine grace. And you can use any of the decrees in the pink section of the decree book available through the Summit Lighthouse to help intensify and expand the flame of love within your heart. So you can give an open prayer like I just gave an example of, or in addition to, of course, you can give any of those decrees to, again, expand and grow the love of God within your heart. And for a visualization, you can imagine a radiant crystal pink flame descending from their retreat over St. Louis and anchoring in your heart. And you can just see it expand in gentle waves outwards, blessing your family, your coworkers, even strangers with just comfort and kindness and the love of Chamuel and Charity. You can also call to them when you're in need of peace at home, resolution in a relationship, or if you just want to feel wrapped in that divine love, almost within the petals of a rose of Chamuel and Charity. So to summarize, Chamuel and Charity serve on the pink ray of love. They guide us to expand adoration in our hearts, heal relationships, and prepare our temples for the Holy Spirit. Their retreat over St. Louis, Missouri is a fount of healing love and light, and their angels are always ready there to assist anyone who makes the call and calls them into action in their lives. If this touched you, I invite you to keep calling upon their flame, not just once, but daily. Just let their presence enfold your life in the gentle but very powerful blanket of divine love. If this was helpful to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more heartfelt wisdom from the Ascended Masters right here on Ascended Masters 101 for you. I will see you in the next video.
There you go. Archangel Chamuel and Lady Charity are other guides that connect us with this beautiful cohesion that we have. Grand Rising Rhonda, good to see you. Welcome in. You actually just made it in at the end. We're actually about to close out. So a couple of crystals for you guys when it comes to these rays that you can connect with. First one I'm going to talk about with you is Desert Rose. So Desert Rose Quartz. I'll put up on this share screen for you guys. So Desert Rose Quartz is pretty good for connecting with this ray. I'll also share what I have. It's my Desert Rose. Pretty cool looking. So what is desert rose good for? Well, it helps with increasing spiritual awareness and connects with your intuition. It aids in recovery from grief and provides support. It soothes panic attacks and helps with claustrophobia. It can help aid in tissue regeneration and muscular flexibility, and it has benefits for the skin as well. Pretty dope. Good old desert rose. Very fascinating crystal. Now we have crazy laced agate. Crazy laced agate is pretty awesome. Very one of a kind. Let me go ahead and put maybe healing properties in there. There we go. So crazy lace agate. Crazy lace agate is known for its spiritual upliftment, emotional healing, promotes joy, balance, and self-acceptance. It is known as a stone for happiness and joy. It helps absorb emotional pain out of your energy field, particularly if it's worn, you wear it over the heart or the throat. The stone encourages self-acceptance and confidence, helping individuals express their truth and overcome negativity. It is also thought to alleviate feelings of depression and despair while promoting a positive outlook on life. Desert rose. Yeah, you got some beautiful desert rose pieces as well. And here's my crazy laced agate tower that I got from Organics Essence LLC, which I have linked in the description. You guys can get any of your pink and orange ray crystals through Lunar Queen of the Sacred Kingdom. But beautiful tower I got from her. Crazy lace agate. Next one I want to share is going to be Peach Moonstone. So I feel like peach is a great representation of that orange and pink energy. So stones that have that peach color would definitely be great. There's peach moonstone, peach selenite, peach calcite, and much more. So peach moonstone is good for emotional balance, self-love, fertility, hormonal health. Helps with self-love and acceptance. It soothes emotional turmoil, reduces anxiety, and a sense of calmness is promoted. It also embraces a positive outlook on life, and it can help you with depression, sadness, or excessive anger. That is peach moonstone. I'll let you guys see my peach moonstone I got from Organic Essence as well. Pretty cool looking, man. The layers. Peach moonstone. The last one I got for you guys to go over is peach calcite. So peach calcite is believed to help aid in your immune system. It is helpful for providing relief from stress. It helps us symbolize and connect with divine love from the universe. It helps release old wounds. It awakens creativity and helps us move forward with more nurturing and grace on our journey. And that is peach calcite. And here is my peach calcite. All right. So that'll do this episode today on Grand Rising with ChristoLight. And this was the 11th ray, the pink and orange ray combination. And with that, let's close out. And as we close out, give some gratitude. Take a moment to cut the cord. And may we just be present with the love, the knowledge, the truth that has been shed upon us today. May we carry the momentum of this energy and this truth in this 11th ray as we continue forward in our life. May we remember our connection to Source and all of the archetypes of Source, and to remember that we are here to experience and be the I Am. And may we all live, love, and act consciously in our free will. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I will see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Ascending Beyond Limitations with Sandy M., the Raw Material Law of One. Thank you guys for tuning in. Wholeness, balanced love.
Experience the transformative power of ancient healing traditions. Welcome to a unique retreat where generations come together to heal and grow. From October 17th to 19th, just outside Cincinnati, dive into a rare generational healing retreat with camping hosted by Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light. This retreat is part of the Ancient Medicine Retreat series, featuring the honorable sacred guest, Peruvian shaman Don Eduardo with his wife, and his incredible team that includes Kevin Standing Elk, Jonathan Hernandez, Ashley Ballard, and Chris Rust. Join us for sacred ceremonies, flow shops, and one-on-one healing sessions led by skilled sacred space holders like Violet Lyrafe, Donnie Yvette, Mandy Schmidt, Jean Wilkerson, Cecily Simpson, and Angelic Ray. Feel the energy shift as you immerse yourself in holistic well-being. Bask in the healing power of live music from artists like Amber Echo, Shay Brown, Evan Sturgeon of Sturgeon Friends, Emerald Alliance, Aura de Prophet, and Illuminati Congo. And let's not forget the fire and flow arts that will light up our nights. Nourish your soul with delicious plant-based meals prepared by sacred indigenous chef, Grandma Katie Singing Eagle. Explore the vibrant energy of crystal gemstones with Allie Pratt from Organics Essence Gems and Gifts. This retreat is family-friendly with no alcohol or substances outside of 420. With a dedicated kiddo area and activities led by Shay Brown, everyone in the family can benefit from this healing experience. Thanks to our partnership with AJ Lardy of Operation Oscar Mike Inc., this retreat promises a supportive community atmosphere, especially for military vets looking for healing. Spaces are limited. Contact Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580 for pricing and scheduling if needed. Visit the site on the flyer or the Jotform link in the description to register. Don't miss out on this transformative journey. One love.
I am the light, resurrected from the night. Had to pay that price to achieve new heights. Fight with all my might to enlighten my sight. We coasting with potion, high five to the ground, bitch. We chosen. CLE got the flow like the ocean. Can escape when your brain is eroded. We got that light. Chakras celebrate, bright. Check my triple sight. Yeah, you know we consciously. We got that light. Chakras.
Our founder claims This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight, your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe.